All right, everybody. Welcome in as we are at Kojak's Poker Club in Midland. We are here for the final table of the Texas Stack tournament. We had 4 day ones for this tournament, and we got 163 players. We have now made the final table at 10, and we are inside Clyde's room, and we are going live. We have some familiar faces as well as some newer players here. Pretty excited to get this going once again. And here we go. So as we look around the table, right there in seat 6, you're going to see Daryl. Daryl Hopkins is a hell of a player. Has done very well down at the World Series and actually earned, I believe, second place at a Choctaw Seniors event. Moses, right there on the button, he actually deals for us. So when he's not dealing, he's taking down final tables. Reagan is wearing a heck of a shirt there. That's the old school. Yes, we're on. Old school Patriots logo. Love it. Love it. And let's see here. I think Tyler is wearing that Tennessee garb just to get underneath Brian Duplantis' skin, who's a huge LSU fan. And as we get started on the final table, here you go. We started. And that was the chip counts, as I didn't get to see them. But in any case, glad you're with us. And I'm running solo here, but we will have some people throughout the day coming in, some players and whatnot. And look at this. My IT guy is on it. He's going to go ahead and show the stacks once again, if he can. My IT guy is doing as good as I am announcing. We'll get back to it. We'll come up with them. All right, let's go back to the action here. So that's Duplantis, Brian Duplantis. He's a regular here. Plays 3 or 4 times, and when he's here for 12 hours. Huge LSU fan, great guy. Over to Lance Ingram. He's looking for a partner in his accounting business, if any of you guys are big accountants. And let's see. Is this going to get through or not? Are we getting this through? And it is. So again, we were paying out 20 players in this tournament. We are now down to the final 10. Now we're going to start to get into the good money. We have over 11,000 up top. It was just a $380 buy-in. Great value. Great value down here. And here we go. And there's your chip counts. So we have Jacob coming in at 1.9, Moses. We got 5 people over $1 million with the blinds at 20, 40, 40. So they're looking pretty safe. We have a good amount of play left here. Try to design these tournaments so that when you get to the final table, it's just not an all-in every time. So again, welcome to everyone that is joining us here live at Kojak's. Nice fall day. Football is on. So if you choose to join us as opposed to watching football, or if you're streaming this while you're watching football, I think Dallas is actually winning. Let me take a look before I say it. Yeah, look at that. Dallas is actually beating the Rams. One of my picks this year. Or this weekend. About the only one I picked right. And let's see. Suited aces for Alex and Moses. Joseph, a.k.a. Tyler, waking up with 10s in the cutoff. Good chip count. Let's see how he chooses to play this. Me, I'm going to 3-bet this all day long. Essentially, all you have to do is get through one player. That would be Alex, as Moses just flatted. You're not too worried about him. Reagan has one of those cash hands where you'd love to see it on the button, but in a tournament, every chip is precious, so he's going to go ahead and let that go. He gets through the blinds. Alex, who had a great showing at the World Series this year. I'm not sure which cash he did. but I know he cashed, and so yeah, he's a solid player. Again, Moses just cashed down at the Lodges big tournament, and he cashes here quite often. So he's going to go ahead and dissect this, see what he's looking for. Again, if this is me, I'm going to try and put Joseph on a hand. I'm holding the ace, so I don't think he has aces. I am suited. I have 2 Broadway cards. Generally want to see a flop with this. However, I am out of position, and it is another big stack. So he's going to go ahead and elect to call this, or we're going to go to a flop. 8, Queen, 3. Not much going on there. I would think aggression is going to win this. Does Moses try to rep ace queen? Is Joseph worried about the 1 overcard? Whenever you have that pair, that 1 overcard, the person always seems to have. I don't know how that's even possible. It happens a lot.
A lot.
Or sometimes we just talk ourselves out of it and say, oh, they must have it. Although generally down here at Kojak's, well, there's not a whole lot of they must have it. It's a show me you have it. Show me you have it.
Yes, it is. I'm sure you've got it, but I want to see it.
Yeah. So let's see. Moses could flat here. A lot of good turn cards for him to represent. He has the backdoor hearts. He has the backdoor straight. He still has the overcard. Again, if he's not putting Joseph on a huge hand, he can probably steal this away. But again, we'll see what he's going to do. And there he goes. And there he goes. So Tyler came out with 135. Moses is going to find out where he is, or probably more likely, he wants to put Tyler to the test and say, if you don't have queens beat here, then you need a muck. And again, these are 2 of the bigger stacks, so is Tyler going to risk that? I think all those things were in his head, and Moses makes a great play to take that down. Again, for all you newbies that are playing poker, is not just about the cards. Not just about the cards. And with that, Moses is going to be the first person to eclipse 2 million and take the chip lead. So pretty good play already as we just started this live stream final table. I like to see when people have a imagination, have a plan, not just hoping to hit a flop. Clearly Moses was looking at that and saying, okay, we have a plan and we're going to stick to it. It ended up working. Obviously, if Tyler jams on him, Moses is going to fold, but again, great play. And I think I do the same if I'm Tyler. Although with such a dry board on the flop, you could also disguise your hand and check, although it does open up showing that maybe you're weak. But again, everyone has different thoughts here. So here's Daryl, 40 to call for the big blind. The king queen suited. He'll go ahead and make it 85. Terry with a big hand with ace king. Let's see how Terry plays this. Is he going to put the 3-bet in against his buddy that he knows is a solid player? Well, he's going to play it snug. We're going to see what happens. Again, we have over 11,000 up top. A lot of these players are in no rush just to throw it around. Moses with a suited ace. I expect this to be in the muck. And as the action goes around to Altacho on the button. And he is going to go ahead and make the move with everything. He only had 310,000 behind, so good spot. Hopefully he's up against what he thinks is the 2 overs and not an over pair. In this situation, he's getting a little lucky because I don't see both players calling, and Terry and Daryl are sharing a card. So that makes a couple of the outs for them gone. However, in a tournament, these are both 2 experienced tournament players. He may flat, and see if they can knock someone out to get that pay jump.
I think Daryl probably folds here.
I think, well, you know what? Because Terry didn't raise behind. Yep, because Terry didn't raise pre. He can't put Terry on ace king. Queens are better. So now he's trying to actually get him to fold a hand like nines, tens, ace jack, ace queen.
Ace king.
Ace king. So I actually do believe that Daryl believes he's ahead of El Tacho. However, he's fairly certain that there's an ace out there between the two hands. And he's going to head to put the pressure on. Again, this is something that Terry, I believe, did to himself by not 3-betting pre-flop. He 3-bets pre-flop, and it's very easy. The hand gets played out differently. So let's see if that hand plays out in Daryl's favor or Tacho's favor or someone's favor. But we're going to have king, queen versus eights going to an all-in. We're going to see all of them. There's a queen. Wow. Daryl, and turns the clubs in case the... and he hits the... Wow, look at this. So... Daryl good after the flop all the way through. And in hindsight, Terry makes the right fold, and the table is actually going to thank him as well. They eliminate a player out in 10th. He saves his chips. And there you go. So again, I wouldn't have played like that. I would also be down $310,000 or chips. That's how that would have played out.
But you would have won $910. So, I mean, it's not where you would want to be there, but at the same time, it's 3 times your buy-in, basically.
Yeah. Now, again, we do, and again, our tournament, our series is a 2-week-long series, and we will be starting off again tomorrow with our round of each tournament. And what we do is we actually have speed satellites or lightning satellites from anywhere from $30 to $100, and some of these guys got into this tournament for just $40. Just $40. So that is a nice return on your investment for sure. Terry in early position here with ace-8 suited. He's probably going to go ahead and open this. Makes it 2.5x. Clearly they're not playing the 7-deuce game. Lance is going to hang it right. Moses throws Kojak away. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Kojak's in Kojak's. Taking him right off the schedule. And that's going to get through. Again, we have 20, 40, 40 right now going on. So when you steal 100,000, that's a good amount of chips. That's a good amount of chips. So you're going to see some of the more experienced players go ahead and open a little bit lighter and try and steal those blinds. And Daryl go ahead and not going to defend. And in this situation, makes it look like a very smart play. There are some players that are going to defend no matter what. No matter what. Daryl, again, going to play this one a little bit closer to the vest. Even though he just got the chips, he's a very experienced tournament player, cash player, and he knows that every chip is very valuable. No reason to risk it and be out of position against a solid player in Terry as well. So we're going to have Alex Cruz in the big blind, and Terry now we're going to go ahead and fold this. We'll see what Lance has got. Lance has been quiet so far. Haven't really seen him have 2 cards that look anything alike. Jack 4, we're going to go ahead and stay away from that. I don't really care about it. The Hustler video with Garrett and Robbie. Who knows? Who knows? Did she cheat? Did she ever read? Did she misread it? Is she just a newbie? I just said I wasn't going to talk about it. All right. Action's going to fold down to... Are we blind versus blind here? Jack 9. Shout out to Ludo out in... Where is he in Florida? Somewhere in Florida. That's the Ludo. And they're going to go ahead and check this through and see a flop. Again, on this flop with a blind versus blind, aggression is 99% of the time going to take these pots down. So Alex is going to say, you don't probably have an ace. But I don't have anything either. So we'll go ahead and muck that. And we are...
I always say it's hard to get a pair.
It is hard to get a
got one
pair.
and decided it was time to put a little bit of money in.
Definitely is.
See where he was.
And there's your leaderboard. And also, Alex has only gotten 6 bigs. I'm surprised he actually didn't jam there with a king against a limp. But, again, Daryl is a crafty player, and
Alex knows that.
he knows that he could be trapping.
Exactly.
And for all of you watching, we are now going to be live on all of the social media. That's going to be Twitch. That's going to be Facebook. That's YouTube. Anything else am I missing?
TikTok is coming. We're not quite
TikTok
there yet.
is coming.
But,
TikTok is coming.
We are getting closer.
We have some new things we're going to be trying out. Hopefully be the first in the industry to get it done on our live stream. Can't tell you, but keep watching, and hopefully in the next week or two you'll see what we're talking about. Tyler waking up with kings, and if I saw that correctly, Reagan had 10s.
This could be dangerous for Reagan.
This could be it for. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's out, but he's gonna make that. He's gonna make that all in
could be
play.
Really dangerous for Reagan.
For 520. Now Jacob. Easy fold for Jacob. Don't know much about Jacob. Haven't seen him a whole lot, but very solid player from what I've seen. Very solid player. Cruz. What's baby Cruz gonna look down to? Ace Queen. My goodness.
This could be really bad for Alex too.
It could be really bad for 2 of the guys that aren't gonna win. That is a tough spot for Alex. When you're looking at 6 blinds, 5 blinds, you have an ace queen suited, but you have all that action in front of you. Again, this is why he's cashing in the World Series, guys.
That was a crying fold right there.
That was a very hurtful fold. And we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this and see.
Reagan does not like what he sees there.
We always have the flop. Oh, Alex. Oh. He's in pain right now. He's in pain. But again, hindsight, that is the right fold. I feel that's the right fold. Not just seeing the other hands.
I agree.
Simply because you have an open and early position that was under the gun raise. You have Reagan, who's revered as one of the better players in this room. Rightfully so. Jamming. Again, ace king is certainly there. The kings, the aces, queens, jacks. You're going against 2 other players who have already showed the aggression. Pay jump. There's a lot of things that went involved with that.
And you could be up against ace king that just has you absolutely dominated. You could be up against pocket kings that has you dominated until the flop. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be, a lot of ways that could go really bad.
So, as we continue, Reagan is going to go ahead and earn $13.50 for his troubles there. And we are now down to 8-handed, I believe, right? 8-handed. As we get closer and closer to all right. Now Cruz is chosen on the button against the blinds. King, queen. Like the spot better. Lesser of a hand, but like the spot. Terry's going to give him credit, and well, quite frankly, Lance just hasn't woken up to anything, so there you go. So Alex had, what, 350, and he picks up 100,000 uncontested?
Take every chip you can get at this point.
That's a very big come up right there for him. And again, we got 3 people, 15 big blinds or less. The rest of the field looking pretty decent. We'll see if those short stacks get clipped off, or if they're gonna find a way to double up and get back in this race. We'll go ahead and start with Tyler. Tyler's got pocket 6s under the gun. Played a lot of different ways. I'm not gonna look at any charts here. For me, this is a fold. And that's generally how, again, a lot of people are going to play this. They just want to see a flop. For me, again, I probably would just go ahead and fold that hand. You have a couple of short stacks, you get jammed on, then what are you going to do? Yeah. But we'll see how it works out. It's now full around to Terry on the button. Terry's going to fold. So now I have 6s against the blinds. All of a sudden, I'm looking a little bit better. Will Lance pick a spot here with just a king? Again, he hasn't seen anything. In tournament poker, you definitely have to have a lot of patience. Moses looking down at 8-5. He's going to knuckle and go ahead and happy to see a flop.
Squeeze with the 8-5?
Nah, he's happy to see a flop. He doesn't need it to get out of control. For the pot, for what he has to risk for what he gains, not worth it, in my opinion. And again, this is also why if you're Tyler, I'm folding or I'm raising with that hand. It doesn't matter that there's 2 overs. You have no idea where anyone is. Blinds could have any hands as they do. I expect Moses to take
an inside straight draw to go with his pair of 8s.
I'm not really sure if that's possible.
No, I guess it's not, is it?
Yeah, we'll keep you IT in IT.
There's a reason I'm not a winner out here.
And currently, while this is going on, we do have a tag team tournament going on. The tag team tournament is 2 players. We have 2 players in the tournament. You can switch at any point, just not during a hand. And we also have a cash game going, connected with the, and Mo's going to take this down, with the tournament. So, for instance, my partner and I, last time we had this, Jade, who is a colorful soul here, speaks her mind very well. She is my partner, and I am technically right now in it. I built us up a nice stack in the cash and the tournament. She came in, has done the same, and I'll let her go ahead and run with it as I announce here in the booth. Hopefully we'll get a couple other people's, some players that may want to come in, give their insights, and we'll go from there. But again, we do appreciate you guys joining us, watching us, and please come on out any day this week or any time you're in the area. Cash games are always flowing. Action is incredible, insane. I'm not sure if I need a thesaurus and just go through the 3 pages of action, because these guys. So the cash game I was just at, we play mostly 5 on the button. 5 on the button does not mean a whole lot here. One guy opened a 65, got 3-bet, got 4-bet, and it's 5 on the button.
Yeah, if you go to 25 or 30, you're probably getting 4 or 5
You're getting
callers.
7 callers from 20 or less. You're getting 7 callers. So Alex wakes up with a suited ace here, takes his shot, jams, and there you go. Cruz is going to go ahead and pick up another 100,000 without showing any hands, with no showdown, no risk. This is how you level up. This is how you build your chip stack, picking your spots. And again, well, if he had made the move with ace queen, he would be there. Let's see, Penny, the payout structure. The payout structure. If you go to Poker Atlas, the payouts on our live clocks is there. Let me see about getting that put up on our screen. We can get that payout structure.
There you go.
And there you are. Look at this. There's our payout structure. So we got 11,000 up top, 7,000, 6,000, 46, 36, 28, 22, and 17 remaining. So everyone's going to make a good return, again, on their 380 investment. 380 investment. All right. Who's all in here? Lance? No, Terry. No. What the heck's going on here? Lance with the ace jack is going to go ahead and make his move. Lance is going to go ahead and make his move. And as we do a dealer change, Miss Yvonne's going to step out. We also are going to bring in a face and a voice most of you are accustomed to, Mr. Chris Carter. Chris Carter, welcome to the booth. How's it going?
Good. I've got a face for radio.
You do have a face for radio. I do agree with that.
At least birds of a feather.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh.
So, Chris,
you're 20, 40, 40.
You are also in the tag team.
No, we're not.
You're no longer in.
We're no longer in.
They are no longer. This is why he's here.
That's why I'm here. Yep.
That is why he's here. So,
Set of jacks over a set of kings, and jacks don't beat a set of kings.
set of kings instead of jacks. Yeah, I'm going to take set of kings there.
Yeah, I did not. I chose the
You
jacks.
chose the jacks?
I chose the
Ah.
jacks. Yeah, wasn't a good choice. But
Bold,
live and
bold
learn.
strategy, Cotton.
Yeah, bold strategy. Especially when he flops the set of kings. I moved all in pre-flop on the button with jacks and get slow rolled on the little blind.
Oh, please tell me it was Jade.
No, it was not Jade.
Dang it.
It was Roger. He had to call his partner to ask about pocket kings in the little blind. You couldn't
Yeah.
have broke my arm to get me in.
I
mean,
think so. Again, guys, as we do a little side talk here, in that tag team event, we do give you guys 2 timeouts where you can consult your partner on tough decisions. Pocket Kings is not a consulting.
no, literally.
not level 4. You're getting it all in, and you're turning it over and saying, "Sucker."
Yes.
And if they have an ace, or aces,
then-
or if they suck out, good for them. But
He spikes a king on the flop, and just to put a to soften the blow, I catch a jack on the river.
what would have been better is if Coach says, "Yeah, you should fold."
Yeah, I'm just like, I've never been slow rolled with pocket kings before, ever in the history of ever.
So we got Moses here opening up with 10-9 suited. I do like this open. He is the chip leader. He's going to put a little pressure on the rest of the field. Brian's going to miss. Again, aggression is going to win this one.
Yeah,
Aggression is going to win this one.
I like
Again,
to see bet there for sure,
uh,
just to see where you're at.
yeah, and see now that's funny that Moses is going to check there. When it's been checked to him twice, he actually picked up a gutter ball, as well as Brian's just giving up. Brian's waving a flag. Brian is waving a flag.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Moses didn't take a little advantage of that a little earlier, but in any case, he still is going to win the pot and wins almost 200,000. Again, as we were talking about, with the blinds at the structure, and now the blinds are up, so 25, 50, 50, you're going to steal 125,000.
yeah.
That's a big deal. So you weren't here, but Alex had 6 bigs. He's in the big blind. Terry, I'm sorry. Tyler opens under the gun with pocket kings. Reagan jams all in with pocket 10s. It comes back to Alex with ace queen of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
That action in front of you. He has 6 bigs, and he's disciplined enough to go ahead and lay it down. Now, he would have won the hand. That's irrelevant.
Mm-hmm. But being the small stack too, he may be thinking pay jump right there with 2 all ins in front of him.
Right, and that's what I said.
Yeah.
And since then, he has stole blinds 3 times, and there you go. He's 300,000 without a choice.
Who is the small stack at the table? Oh, Terry. Yeah, 475K. Terry, I would think would be.
Now it might be Duplantis. We had a couple people that were a little 475 for Terry. Terry with 475 again. Interesting play. He's got 475. Blinds are at 50.
So what I think you'll see players
He's got
like
nines.
Daryl doing, and maybe Moses. Moses should be doing this. Leave Terry alone. Go after those middle stacks. That's where the value's at.
Yeah.
Leave that small stack because he's trying to make a pay jump, but everybody else is trying to get him knocked out.
Yeah.
Go after that middle stack.
I think this might even get knuckled all the way down. Wow, I was wrong. Terry's going to go ahead and take a little bit of. So Terry bets half his stack. I mean, if Daryl's holding a king here, I just really don't like the way that
No, it's kind of
was
risky.
played. I'm not. Again, maybe he says if he had ace king or something like that, he would have gotten called.
I think Daryl just puts him all in because he doesn't believe he has a king. If Daryl does anything, he won't call. He'll put him all in.
But I think he knows Terry well enough that says Terry isn't doing this with ace queen.
Right.
Terry would have knuckled back. So I think he's going to surmise that there is a pair.
Yeah.
Is it an 8? Is it a king? Is it a pocket pair? Does he want to risk? I mean, at this point, you're not calling 275. You're going to go ahead and rip the 475 in.
Because you know that's what it's going to cost. You
Right.
might as well see 2
And you're
cards.
sitting at 1.4, so 25% of your stack. Yeah, I think that's the right fold.
Yeah.
I think if I was Daryl there, I probably would have gone ahead and ripped it pre and C5 cards.
Sure.
Right?
I like that.
I'd rather see 5 cards with
But
that
again,
type of
Daryl's
hand.
got 1.4. He's 600,000 off the chip lead.
Yeah.
Why even
Right.
why shred it with the
Yep.
Yeah.
And there you go. So it's Alex, Lance, and Brian and Terry. So we do have 4 guys that are 15 big blinds or less or so.
I mean, I would definitely be going. Those top four ought to be going after the middle. The number 5, number 6. Like I say, leave that little stack alone because he makes money for you.
True.
You can steal there's so much value in stealing those middle stack blinds and things like that.
Yeah, putting them to the test.
Yeah.
Right, where they're gonna probably be folding ace 10, ace jack.
You still need the break dealer.
All right.
What's crazy is Lance. I watched Lance earlier tonight before we started the tag team, and he was down to good grief. I mean, maybe a blind and a half. So, and then I saw him catch a few hands and pulled it out. Reagan was down to one big blind and made a good run to get to the final table.
Mr. Zach Terry making a comment. Zach, by the way, whenever you stop back in, you know you won a block pool of some sort like 3 months ago. You got money up here, buddy. You're like, I haven't spent it and bought lunch for everybody.
Wow. What do you win? Let's go eat lunch.
You know what's funny? We have folders, for paying out dealers or if we do the boards for stuff like that. And wouldn't you know it? There's one with his name on it, so.
I'll be.
So.
And it doesn't pay interest to keep it up here, does it? It's not an interest drawing bearing
Yes,
account.
hey, this is not an IRA in the drawer. But Lance, once again, 7-3. This guy, has not seen a card, let alone 2 cards. A card he can do anything with.
He did have one king.
Lance?
One king.
Well, if it's any consolation, I've known Lance for 30 years. He plays them all the same. So I'm really impressed with him. He's played pretty well for being as short as I saw him when I walked up.
Yeah. It's good to see him back again. He's been doing a lot of personal business, growing his business, things of this nature, and so he's made some time to come out and play the series. We appreciate him coming out. So here we go once again with Tyler opening up, and Alex with a king queen. What's he got? 6 bigs, 8 bigs
This
or
is
so?
going in the middle, I think.
I would think so as well.
Because he's at the face in a race moment.
I think so as well. I don't think he's obviously worried about Terry in the big. So you put 115 in there. There's 125 already. 240.
Yeah.
240 if he jams, and he's in for both. I'm sorry, he's in for. Yeah. 240.
I think you see them all for
300,
sure here.
5.
We are at 25, 50, 50.
Yeah, we are 25, 50, 50.
So one lap, he's going to be down to 200,000 if he folds here.
Well, he's gonna be the button next hand, so he's gonna get a free orbit of cards.
Yeah.
So that maybe go through his hand as well, or his head as well.
But he's also thinking this one or the next one. You know?
I think he's patient enough where, especially if he's the button next hand, that he can say, hey, I can do it here, or I got 7 hands to pick from. But again, king, queen suited with some dead money in there.
Laid it down. Wow.
Wow. Who knows?
Wow.
I think that's very much a let's see if somebody else busts.
Well, that could be
That
a
was
pay
very
jump.
much
That could
a
be a.
let's
Listen,
see.
I'm going to be on the button.
Yep.
There are some other shorter stacks.
Yep. I think that was more
and
of a
he
pay
wasn't
jump
the
decision.
aggressor, right? If he was first to act or something like that, then maybe he would go ahead and do it. Oh, look at this. We got a Philly guy on there. Mr. Matt Berkowitz, a.k.a. Peter Griffin. How are you, sir? Appreciate you watching. Eagles are looking good. I'm getting yelled at by my partner. She said, tell Carter to commentate so I can come back there. She's running behind or between the cash game and the tournament game.
I don't care.
I'd like to see what our chip stacks look like now. All right. Let's do one more hand, and then we'll get some more people in here to commentate. We'll try to get Mr. Billy Ward in here. Who else can we get in here? got a bunch of people in the room tonight. Got a couple. Again, we have the tag team tournament going on. We have a handful of cash games going on. We have this live stream final table going on.
We definitely need to get that Big O table going again. That table
And
was good last
Mr.
night.
Carter is looking for the Big O. That Big O game 2 nights ago. Whew, that was a 10 on the button, uncapped, and I walked by and there was pots in there.
Last night was the same way.
Last night,
10
again,
on the button, and
10 on the button. Yeah.
and we did no flop bomb pots. So if you don't see a flop, it's an automatic bomb pot the next hand.
Oh, I like it. I also like both these hands.
But at that table, we saw almost every flop. I think we only had
I mean,
3 no flop
Yeah,
bomb
I
pots
don't
all
see how
night.
that happens very often.
And then on dealer change, of course.
I don't see how that happens very often. But here we go. So let's see. Is Tyler a blind or did he open? Did we get 3-bet there?
Yeah,
No, that was a straight call.
Oh, just okay. All right. Power of aggression, getting a much better hand to fold.
So,
you get-
so who's your favorite with who's left? Excluding chip stacks, because they're all within one shot of
Yeah.
being
So
put
again,
together.
I don't know a whole lot about Jacob. He's the only one I don't know a whole lot about. But again, he's played very, very well. Very consistent. Again, I might. Daryl probably has the most experience at the table. Moses has been running very well.
Mhm.
There's a handful of things. Moses also has the experience when it gets down to 2-3 players. I think you'll see Daryl take advantage of a lot of miscues by the more inexperienced. Not to say that any of these guys are inexperienced. I don't have their credentials or anything like that, but we'll see.
If Alex can get a double up, I think that he's got a really good shot there too.
Yeah, again, Alex isn't, a 1 double up. He gets a 12, 13, 14 bigs.
I honestly think if Daryl catches any semblance of cards, he runs
He's
the
gonna do
table.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he runs the table. Yeah, he's levels above everybody in that room.
Yeah, again, purely on experience alone,
Yeah.
and then also he's a very good player.
Very, very good player.
Yeah, he doesn't. He will not get forced into any kind of decisions that he is not comfortable with. He won't get on tilt. Cool, calm, and collected, and that's.
He doesn't tend to make big mistakes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, if you watch him, even in cash games, his demeanor never changes.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw. Yeah, every once in a while you'll see him smile and just shake his head because he knows he's beaten. He just puts it in the middle and.
And his demeanor again is just very even keeled. And when he did the live stream, he commentated the live stream. We had great feedback because he talks with a lot of intellect, a lot of knowledge. He's not giving anything away, right? I'm not going to say, oh, that guy itched his head and
Yeah.
that's his tell, right? He's just looking at it from Eagles' point of view. Haha, there you go, Eagles. And by the way, I do have a nice side bet with Mr. Pete Lugo on who wins the NFC East. I have the Eagles. He has the field.
Yeah, I like the Eagles.
Yeah,
I
and this
honestly-
was
I
done.
like the
This was
Eagles.
done prior to, and I am not an Eagles fan, but I do think they are looking good right now. And I sent a couple buddies out to the Eagles game in Arizona, so they're sitting in club box. You're welcome.
Of course, it.
Not salty that I couldn't go. But anyway, let me get one more hand out here, and then I got to go run this tournament up. Oh, look at this, Duplantis,
Ace King.
Ace King. He's got 755.
What do you raise it to? 250?
150.
150.
150. Unless someone has 9s or better, this is getting through.
Oh yeah.
He hasn't played I haven't seen him play a hand in much time. Moses on the small blind. That's going to go in the muck. And who's in our big blind? Oh, the Tennessee. Oh, please have something. That would have been great. Tennessee versus LSU right there. That would have been great. Unfortunately, no more. All right. I will leave you in the hands of Mr. Chris Carter and Mr. Chris Gwynn. I will be back shortly. Enjoy, boys. And hope we get some good action here.
Yeah, I don't need them.
Let me see.
You have your set, so.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Oh. Yeah, Brennan's still in the tag team, so he's got to go play.
Gotta go make sure that Jade is doing her part.
Oh, I have no doubt Jade is doing her part. whether that's a good part or bad part, we don't know yet. But she definitely has no problem putting her money in the middle. So Brown wakes up with sixes. Did he just call the 50? I guess he just called the 50.
Did.
He's under the gun, so yeah. Lance is laying down. First hand I've seen Lance have, sort of, with a queen 10. It's pretty bad when you hadn't seen hands all night. That hand looks great.
This is so much better than any hand I've seen all night, and it's still not good.
Yeah. And Tyler's going to call the other 25. The Charlie. Anybody that bets here wins. Anybody. Yep. Everybody's going home right now. So, yep. Jacob bets, and everybody's going to say, nope, no dice.
It's an easy game.
Of course, he had the best hand, pair of eights. So, but if, like I say, if anybody would have bet there, so Moses, Jacob, Darrell are your top three. Darrell folds, guaranteed. I don't think you'll ever see Darrell get out of line with 6-4 under the gun. Ever. Terry moves all in with 10-8. Attaboy, Terry.
Put the pressure on.
Lance with another queen 10. This might get through unless somebody just wakes up with a big one. And Duplantis folds with king 10. Wow. And you pick up 125,000 just like that.
Yep. It ain't much, but at this point, every chip counts.
Every chip counts. Well, if you still one round of blinds a couple times in an orbit, or even one time in an orbit, where you're at least you're free rolling that orbit,
Yep.
hoping good things happen later down the road. But I mean, Alex, Lance, even Brian, Terry, they've got to make moves to have a shot. They've got to start fighting, or they're going to be in a bind quickly.
Or they're going to have to win some horse races.
They're going to have to, yeah, and they're going to have their chips in a bad spot because they don't have a choice.
Yep.
There we go. And this will almost double his stack. Some of the big stacks might call this. Oh, he's getting called. Pocket fours, I think, calls. Oh my gosh! How does Moses lay down pocket fours right there for 300,000?
Daryl's not calling this.
I mean, you've heard me say it. I will take pocket deuces to go against ace king for $100 a hand. For 100 hands.
Yeah.
It's only 300,000, right? Go. It just. Yeah, I don't.
From the big stack.
Yeah, I don't like that fold at all. You've got 2.2 million.
If you get somebody behind you that raises, you just say, okay, well, I'm going to let that 300 go and
Yeah,
whatever. But
you can't fold your way to the championship, and you've got to knock people out. So yeah, I didn't like that one at all. But he's at the final table, and I'm in here commentating, so it's.
And he may not have
I
wanted
don't.
to give Alex any more chips.
Yeah,
He knows how dangerous Alex can be with chips, so I can see it.
So Terry went all in with 10-8 of hearts a minute ago. Nope, he's not going to do it with 9-8 of clubs this time. Lance's hands are starting to warm up a little bit.
That's going to be a raise for Moses.
Yeah. And this goes back to, so he's fixing to raise it to 175, 160. So he takes it to 160. You have to call twice that with a way better hand with the pocket fours. So I definitely want to ask him why he didn't call with his pocket fours. Doesn't matter what Alex had. He had 325K.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I'm not sure. That'll be interesting to ask Moses. Why he folded those pocket fours as the chip leader. So it looks like we're fixing to go on a 10-minute break.
Tyler wakes up with sixes. Middle position. He smooth called with sixes earlier. Let's see what he does here.
I like a little bit of aggression with his stack. I mean, maybe 2.5 or 3 exit. $140. So, folks, it looks like we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So we're back. And I actually went and talked to Moses about why he folded those pocket fours against Alex, who was, he had 300,000 at the time. He had a valid reason. He thought it through. He said at best he thought he was in a coin toss type situation, and there's no sense chipping Alex up. He said he's not in a rush. Just trying to play as the game comes. So at least he had some thought behind it. My personal feeling is make the call there, even if you're in a coin toss situation, and you got a chance to knock a player out. But again, what I said earlier the night too, leave the short stack alone and go after those middle stacks. It's just that was an opportunity I feel like for him to eliminate a player in the process. But again, he's the chip leader with 2.3 million, so maybe he knows a little more than I do. So he's playing really, really well. I would like to see him and Daryl heads up. I think that would be a good heads up.
We're going to see a raise here with ace queen.
I
pretty
think
confident.
So.
Blinds did go up to 30, 60, and 60.
Lines did go up, yeah. Whew, 150,000 a lap. Uh-oh. This is one of the reasons I do not like ace queen. Never fails. You walk into ace king every single time.
And this is probably
but
if
I think if Jacob re-raises, I think Moses lays it down if he re-raises.
Out of position, not even suited.
Yeah. Especially when you get a two barrel. You got an old two-fister raise going on like that. Daryl's laying down. That's an easy lay down for Daryl. That'll be whoa, well, I say that was posturing. That was clearly posturing. Okay. He's like, what's that? Yeah. Uh-oh.
This could get interesting.
He's only got 280,000. I think he has to go with this. He does. He has to go. Yep. And he's slightly better than a coin toss to those two hands. So I think Moses almost has to lay it down here. But every time you make these predictions, they make a liar out of you.
So he may actually be just a little bit behind if both players call.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got a...
it says he's almost 55% right now.
Yeah,
so.
you've got a raise, a re-raise, and then an all-in behind that, back to your original raise. I think ace-queen shrinks up pretty quick. But it looks like he's going to... We could see a big one here. Don't make a mistake, Moses.
Yep, that's just a call.
So if Lance holds on, this could be a really nice pot for him. Over 900,000, I think he puts in.
That was two. He was all in for 340, so you triple that.
Still alive. Say you should have gone to about 70% on that one right there.
You triple that 340, and that gets you up to 1,020 plus the 50 that was in.
Yeah. If he survives this river, he's right back in this thing.
Yep.
And he survives.
Yep.
And he has to love that board with pocket nines.
The only part of it he doesn't like is the possible straight and the 10.
Yeah. So Jacob's going to win the side. There should have been a little bit of a side pot.
Yep.
Look at that, 1.1 million, just like that. From 280 to 1.1. Yeah, that's... And now Lance moves right over. I mean, you're always going to have one of the low stacks do that in a tournament anyway. But yeah, Lance is the guy that made the move right there. Well, and the poker god said, "Here's nines that are going to hold up for you."
Yeah.
That doesn't ever happen. But we just saw it happen. So if I'm in that situation, one of those guys called with ace 7, and I'm going home.
Yeah.
You only have 280,000. Here's an ace seven. Now you can go home. But yeah, look at that. Lance moves into fifth. I mean, from last to fifth.
That's what I was saying about Alex. You know, you get one decent hand,
Yeah.
you outlast the run out, and you're right back in. So Daryl just bought a free round.
Oh yeah. You always like a walk. Well, he didn't get a walk. I guess he did. He raised, and then everybody's like, no. But everybody folded too. I didn't realize he was in the hijack. I actually thought he was under the gun there for a second. But so Daryl did what you're supposed to do: hijack.
Exactly.
Hijack the blinds. Yeah, there's a reason it's called hijack. All in for Alex and pocket deuces.
Oh, and Terry laid down king queen.
Yeah, I mean Terry still got enough in his stack that he just saw what Lance did. He could, Lance will lay this down pretty easy. Yeah, maybe. Even if it's rags, he's gonna lay down 10-7. Wow. And just like that, I mean, Alex picks up 150. But Alex is gonna do that with any ace 10, ace jack, ace queen, any combination up.
Yeah.
He may even go, it may be ace 8 and up. I mean, with his stack.
I'm used to Terry playing a lot looser than he is right now. So.
Well, but I think Terry's also trying to make the pay jump as well.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because we're starting to get to that significant. We need to lose a couple more players before they really start playing poker. But the pay jumps start getting fairly significant. I mean, first is what, almost 12,000 in this thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
So I was reading something a while back that said that this is the part of the tournament where you can actually pick up a lot of cheap money because so many people at this point really tighten up trying to get the a little bit extra, bit extra. And so you can actually open your range up a lot of times. And
well, and that's what I was saying. That's why you want to leave that little stack alone. Go after those guys that are trying to, man, if I jump, I make $1,000 more if I just jump up one pace jump. And they're hoping the little stack gets knocked out.
Was that a razor call? Thank you.
Yeah, like I say, they're hoping they get just one pay jump in the deal. Those are the guys you attack. And you don't attack so much so you put yourself in jeopardy, but you just keep the pressure on the middle stacks the whole time. And it's just really good game theory to even do stuff like that. Moses trying to make a move, but I think he's fixing to get looked up. Oh, damn.
That's an easy fold for Moses.
Well, it's an easy fold, but all in with ace-jack suited. What does that tell you? To me, that if Moses had any kind of hand, that would tell me that he's super weak right there. Why would you risk that big a stack? You've got 1.9 million. I know he's trying to swing for the fences there, but you don't do that with the chip leader. You might do that with the small stack or one of those middle stacks I'm talking about, but you leave those big stacks alone because they might look you up.
Yeah.
And then you're right out the door, you know. I mean, Moses had live cards, in theory.
And if Moses has kings or queens there, he's definitely coming along.
Oh, yeah.
Jacks too, maybe.
Yeah, I think Jacks he does.
Ace king. Ace Queen. He's already called
suited.
Ace,
Yeah,
he's already
maybe.
called Ace Queen once for. wasn't
Well, I
called
think
in,
I
but
think
it
the
was-
pot swelled enough there to where he was getting the right price to call that extra a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it was only a 2x raise, and then he had somebody move all in for just a little bit less. So he's, yeah,
Yeah, the all-in was nearly a call, so
I don't know if Lance plays this. I don't know why people. Yeah, I was gonna say people just fall in love with things like that. Ace 4 of clubs because they're pretty. You know. I think that made Tyler the chip leader, didn't it? Oh goodness, look over here. Aces, aces, ace alert.
Jacob?
Oh, is that Jacob?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Tyler. Oh no, Tyler's over here in the white.
Yeah,
White here.
Tyler's in the Tennessee shirt there.
Wow. Yeah, Brian with kings. Look at Brian. Yeah, that's just.
Oh, and he's sick.
You got to ask for a
sick.
king though. If you ask for a king, you'll get it. Give him a king. Nope. Look at Ace 4 of clubs. Would have crushed it.
Yeah.
And Brian's eliminated. Wow, that's just unlucky. Because you sit there like Brian has all day waiting on that hand to get it in, and you walk in. You walk into aces.
Yep.
So now I think Tyler is the chip leader. Yep, he is. 2 million. And I mean, you look at Daryl, even Lance's stack. They're one pot from being the cheerleader. Yeah, Brian's now the cheerleader, unfortunately. But I mean, that was a horrible beat on for Brian. But they're the chip leader, just one pot, not even an all in, just one pot. With a little bit of action, and they're the chip leader. Oh, that's gross. I hate that, and I hate that for Brian. I hate that feeling. That's just a gross feeling right
Yeah,
there.
it is. As soon as they
Terry, we
flip
may
him up,
see
he
Terry
knows how
shove with
far behind he
670
is.
and pocket eights here. We might see a shove here. He's just gonna limp. He's gonna raise it up a little. Looks like nope. Yep. Nope. What's he doing?
I don't even think he knows yet.
He doesn't.
Trying to get it. I think he was looking for a chip count of his stack to see where he was, see what made sense.
I mean, if you're putting 150 in, put it all in. Yeah. Okay. I see. I was gonna say we probably are gonna see a shove right there. And like I say, back to that hand with Brian, I hate pocket kings. My gosh, I hate pocket kings. I'll take them every time, but and the chip leader's saying, how much is that? I've got an ace in my hand.
I might be able to look up 670,000.
Exactly. I might be able to look that up. Yeah. And if he doesn't win this, Alex looks like a genius at that point. And it looks like Terry's going to get a pass, unless we missed a hand. So somebody's asking. We hadn't seen it yet. That would be Daryl. Yeah, because he's +1, so you got the little blinds. Okay, so yeah, everybody folded. I have no idea what that one is. Did we miss a hand? Because Daryl's now got 2.2 million. And we lost Terry. Did we lose Terry?
No.
Little technical difficulty here, folks.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh, Terry's still in. So yeah, I guess Terry won that, which means he's should have close to $1 million in his stack.
Should be Terry folded. Was it 160?
Hmm. You want me to go get his account for Terry?
No, I think I've got it.
Got him back? Okay.
I think so. I don't know what it did there. It was.
It kicked him out. Oh, Moses wakes up with jacks.
That's going to be a raise for sure.
Oh, guaranteed a raise. We'll just how much one? 160. So raises at 100,000. Oh, looky here. My goodness.
Oh my gosh!
I think Tyler's running pretty well. What'd you say?
I would say so.
He just calls. Wow. Well, Charlie will be disappointed Terry didn't go all in, but. So we want little cards. We want some fireworks. That's what we want. I like just a smooth call here. It's a pretty dry board. I don't like the raise. I think you scare Moses off here. I think Moses is smart enough to smell this one out. He's a good enough player that I think if he thinks about it, maybe.
What are you repping here? A set of nines, a set of eights, a set of twos?
Aces, kings. Did he
I
raise
mean,
me
aces or kings? I would generally expect that to 3-bet.
He just flatted me with ace king. Yeah, I mean, nice raise. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I mean, I guess Moses has to think he's good here. Obviously, that card shouldn't have changed a thing. We've got a really nice pot going. Oh, wow.
Actually, can Moses get away from this because of the straight possibility?
Possibly.
7-10? With
Possibly.
7-10.
But I don't think he would call a raise just smooth him with 7-10 getting cute. He's played it like he's got ace king in his hand. Or ace king of hearts. So he's played it like he's got a different draw. Oh, I thought he was fixing to. It's a tough decision for Moses. I mean, it really is. Tyler has played this one very, very well. And it's worked out for him.
Yeah. But Moses also knows that all the sets are out there.
Yeah, and that's the one thing you're always thinking. Did he flop a set on me? Did he just call me and flop a set of deuces? I mean, I don't want to go leave the live stream with a set of deuces beating me. All those things are going through your mind, and you're trying to put the pieces together, and man, you just hope you're right.
And if you make this
I think
call
if
and
it-
you're right, then you double up. But if you're wrong, then you go home.
I think if Moses listens to that little voice inside, it seems like that first thought is always the correct one. It's always the correct one,
I say, think long, think wrong.
And I think and I think for all of us, I really do for me anyway, the first voice. I always talk myself out of it. I don't listen to the first voice, and I get to go home, Well, this is almost exactly how I got knocked out of the tag team. As soon as I got Jacks on the button, I just shipped it, just all in because it's Jacks. And then Roger slow rolls us with Kings. So he's got him covered. They've got that part. So Moses knows this is for his life, his tournament life.
This would be an absolutely amazing double up. That's what's going through his head. But it could
Yeah.
also mean he's going home.
If I'm right, I'm almost a shoe-in to win this thing. If I'm wrong, I'm going home. Yeah, I mean, Tyler's played this hand very, very well. And Moses has played it well, for all things being considered.
Yep.
He's done exactly what you're supposed to do. And sometimes playing it right is wrong. Unfortunately, in this sick game we play.
Moses was talking earlier about how he's trying to be patient, and is his patience running out, or can he lay this one down? I think right now he's probably trying to say if he's got aces, kings, or queens, would he have raised pre-flop or re-raised pre-flop?
Yeah. He called.
It's a call. He's not gonna like that.
Oh, he's not going to like that at all. Dadgummit.
That seems like a jack.
A jack and a jack alone.
What's the river?
Jack of clubs fell on the river. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. You want to make it go to that screen where we can see the river?
I can't.
There we go. Jack of clubs on the river. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Ouch.
Next to getting knocked out of a tournament, Tyler's going through the next worst feeling in poker. Right there. Wow. Oh, that's brutal. And now Moses takes a commanding chip lead.
Commanding chip lead.
But you look at the old shark right behind him.
I'm not sure Daryl's chip stack is right either. And Jacob's may be off too at 1.8.
Okay.
But if we can get to another break, we'll go.
But
ahead
wow.
Is that fuck?
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
Wow.
Like he should have gone.
We have Rudy. Come on in, Rudy.
He
We
should
have
be
Rudy
gone.
in here. Yeah. Wow.
That's terrible. It's been the week of terrible play.
Terrible.
Terrible play of getting rewarded, but you know what? I didn't see the whole way that the whole thing fell out, but I just saw when they turned it over.
Moses did exactly what you're supposed to do up to the call with the one card to come. He played it thinking he played it like he was playing like he had ace king. I mean, the way he played the hand, you'd have put him on ace big, not aces, kings, or queens. Just the way he played it, and then Moses makes that hero call and gets lucky on the river. But it was going to be a brutal hand either way for both of them. Tyler knocked out.
It should have been a brutal hand for Moses.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
the guy
Yeah.
set him up
Yeah.
perfectly,
Yes.
and to get rewarded with all his chips, and
Yeah.
then
And the poker god said not today.
yeah,
I mean, just like the hand with Duplantis. Duplantis wakes up with kings. Tyler wakes up with aces. It's just 3 hands ago.
How much is the bet?
Terry's got to make a call here, and he does. Or did Terry bet?
Terry bet.
Oh.
Yeah, how's your tag team rolling?
Oh, we're out.
Oh,
It's gonna be hard to beat Murray and Reagan. They got all the
how's your
chips.
cash team rolling?
There is no cash team.
Oh,
This
Oh.
this is gonna be bad. Top pair, good kicker. Terry's got 2 pair.
straight might slow them down. Possibilities, but
No.
Little
Nobody's
line, big
grabbing
line.
chips. Boom.
it did not.
They say it's hard to make a pair. Making 2 pair gotta be good. Terry's gonna make the call. He's gotta make the call. Here you go. I'm gonna give you free money. Oh no, it's me. That's what he's saying. Oh no, it's me. Thank you very much. Oh, if you have a 6, you win.
Little-
I'll take it.
Little blind on blind action.
Million chips right there, huh?
Yep. To be down to what was Terry down to? 400,000 at one point.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
450,
Lance was down to
480,
that.
something like that.
The Lance was down to 280,000 and ran it back to 1.1.
He was at 360 at the start of that hand,
He was at 360 at the start of that hand. Yep.
or 340.
Yeah, 340. 340.
Look, see, that's so weird, huh? You go from being knocked out the tournament to chip leader now, Moses.
Well, and Tyler went from being the chip leader to bottom of
Well,
the pack.
Yeah.
Everybody at that table, everybody in this room, we've all won a tournament in our lifetime. It's hard to win tournaments. You got to get lucky somewhere along the way, and even your bad play at times has to be. You have to get through it. And
Yeah, this is gonna be an all in. This is gonna be an all in. So, I can't believe Jacob didn't call him.
They have tightened up pretty good.
Yeah, I think there's some. Well, maybe I don't know. We're not to the significant pay jumps yet, but there's still decent pay jumps.
Everybody trying to get that extra $100 right now.
Whoa.
He knows they're live. Yeah.
And he's got a chip stack that he can call with just about anything right now.
That's a guilt call. It's like, I can't believe I beat you a minute ago. Let me give you some money back.
Let me knock you out with. Oh, never mind. It's over with.
Yeah.
Get a little double up for Jack Ted.
Yeah, there were two, but like I say, within 3 hands of each other, pretty brutal hands. Aces against kings and queens against jacks. The villain hand won on the last one. You know?
Has Alex been playing, or Alex is just laddering up?
I mean, he's getting it in with good hands, and he's folding in spots where he might normally call, but with his chip stack, he doesn't want to. He's protecting his stack. Doing a good job of protecting his stack.
Yeah.
He folded ace queen suited earlier when Tyler had who was it, queens versus Reagan sevens,
Something like
Tens.
that.
tens.
Yeah, tens. So we still have 6 in the tournament?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's milking that chip stack for everything it'll give him. He's also shoved a couple of times and
Yeah, he shoved
stole some blinds.
with ace king, and he shoved with pocket deuces.
All right, here we go. Rematch. Oh, it's gonna be so brutal. I can predict it right now. The flop, Jack, deuce 7.
You were close.
Close. Missed it.
Queen.
Clubs. Uh-oh.
Oh, this is gonna fire.
Deuce of clubs. Look at all those outs. Tyler had 18 outs up there.
Some of those outs I think are for a chop though.
Yeah, they were all.
Yeah.
I think almost. Yeah,
It's for a chop.
all but the deuces were chop outs, I believe. All but the 2 deuces. Yeah, because the deuce of clubs is not a chop out. On the button.
Oh, you got a 3 exit.
Yeah. That's the exact number I was thinking was 3x, just 3 exit. lines are going up.
Are we at 40, 80, 80? Thank you.
40, 80, 80. Whew.
Well, Alex had 5 big blinds left. I think he's going to be about 3.7 now.
Yeah, what do you have, 375,000 in front of him? This is going all in.
I mean, for me, I don't know about you, Chris, but if it's me and we are 6-handed, it's got to go out.
Yep.
If not, then you're just waiting to move up, and that's it. There you go, Alex.
Yeah, it has to.
And they just hope nobody can call you.
Well, you know, anybody does. Everybody has overs. Everybody.
Everybody.
Oh,
You're
oh.
called, and there's going to be a call.
You're called.
Run good, Moses.
But you know, we had this same situation earlier where Moses had pocket fours and he showed with ace king basically the same amount, and Moses laid down the pocket fours, almost identical stacks, with the exception of the extra million, 1.7 million. But I asked Moses why he did that. He said it was too early. He didn't want to get into a coin flip situation. So, yeah, it's doable. Daryl lays this down.
I think there's a good chance that Daryl may call this because it's no. Just because you want to knock somebody out.
Yeah. Maybe if one of the other small stack calls, Daryl calls.
What a big flop for ace queen of diamonds. Oh,
Ooh.
It's over. Cruise it back down. Three's full.
Flush.
Three's full.
Oh, three's full. Yep, three's full.
Of all the threes to turn.
Just like that.
Alex is in the middle
Yep.
again.
10 big blinds.
10 bigs. Yeah, you win it, then you're right back in the big blind as soon as you win it.
I just got these chips.
So I guess the short stacks are Lance and Tyler. Will be the two shorts.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
You can see Lance wants to play those hands. He had that 10-8 last time. He wanted to play it.
Yep.
Oh, looky here.
Oh, he had 10-8 last hand when
Yeah.
well, if he calls, he wins because he would have 10s full 8s.
Yep. Moses just didn't catch in anything. He just running dead cold today. It's how you win them. And the rich get richer. Another 200,000. So somebody just commented, Adam Black just commented on there that Daryl is the best remaining player. Will he pull it out?
I don't know if he's the best remaining player. Moses is pretty damn good.
Moses is.
Alex is really, really good. I haven't played really with the other ones, so I don't know. But in tournaments, I mean, I don't know if you're afraid. If you think someone's better than me, you
Right.
shouldn't play against them. So
That tells you where Adams' head's at. That already when he plays Gerald, Gerald's got him.
Yeah.
You know,
I kind of almost agree with Brenda. I mean, Daryl's probably the most experienced player left at the table, and I think if the cards are the same in the end, I think Daryl has a slight edge just from the experience. But he's playing with guys that, yeah, you know, Moses, Alex, the ones you just named.
yeah.
Absolutely, they know what to do. If they get the same cards, it's a battle.
I mean, any tournament. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I have like 28 caches. You know, it's because I ran hot those weeks. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, we all play the same way. You got 10 big blinds. You shove it in with suited big cards. I mean, you got to get lucky. You know, you have aces. You got to hold them up. You know, you got kings versus aces. You got to win that flip.
Yep.
You know, but yeah. I mean, it's a situation where I know Daryl knows the patience and has the patience to sit everybody out.
Right.
Alex has it too.
Yeah.
Moses has the patience. You know, it's a hell of a laydown for Terry.
There's a hell of a laydown for Terry.
There's that 10-8 again.
There you go.
Tyler's back up to $1 million. Just like that.
But whenever you think somebody is the best player out there and you're sitting at the table with them, they already have an edge on you.
I agree with that. But I think that if you go in there and thinking you're the best player, I think you're disrespecting a lot. I mean, we all talk trash like that.
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time,
No.
you know. But
If
there
you
are
play
players
enough
that I
tournaments,
absolutely respect at
right?
the tables.
But if you play enough tournaments, you know that it comes down to luck. I mean, Moses got really, really lucky. He had a 2-outer against Queens. You know, he's gone.
Yeah.
You don't hit that jack, he's gone. Right?
Yep.
He didn't have any other draw, right?
And Tyler's on cruise control.
He didn't know.
Yeah, and Tyler's on cruise control. So I mean, it's a game where it's still.
But that being said, if you're sitting at this table, say you're in Daryl's spot and you've got Daryl stacked, and if you had a choice, I mean, and it's not picking a favorite or anything like that, but if you had a choice
here
of
we
playing
go.
Tyler or Moses, you would rather play Tyler because you might think he's a little more because he's younger looking. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons to do why you do it, but you've played with Moses enough to know Moses is tough. I would rather take the unknown than play with somebody that is.
I'd rather play somebody I played before, too, versus somebody I haven't played.
That makes sense too. I mean, I can see both sides of it.
There you go. Now
And
another.
Lance is gone.
No, yeah, Lance is gone. Another double up for Tyler.
Yep. Yep, Lance is gone. And like that, Tyler's back to 1.8.
You know, it's amazing. You know what I really admire about the young kid is that he lost that big hand and didn't really lose it.
He didn't fold up like a lawn chair. No.
You know, and just boom, here, one big hand, and I'm gonna ship it back in. Money's on that kid. He's playing well.
Yeah.
And one of the other things about tournaments that you have to have the chips to sustain the hit.
Yep.
I always say that. Gotta have the chips to sustain the hit.
Yeah. Well, I always say you got to have chirping chips because then you can sustain the hits. It's the
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
have the chirping chips
Yeah.
because every one of us we start getting a big stack, the chirping starts, and then if you take a hit, you're still in it, but you got to
Yeah.
have chirping chips.
Jacob don't play too much hands, huh?
Mm-mm.
He likes this one though. Daryl's just waiting for one.
Wow. King 10, good laid out, Terry.
Uh-oh. Fire, just do it. Just do it. Go all in, you'll win it.
Yeah, just rip right here. Oh, you know, I was just thinking about that. His aces versus the Planets' kings. Brendan said something about, you know, they almost got a hand earlier. Tennessee versus LSU.
Yep, there you go.
Here's a good flop for ace five.
Yes, it is.
King of spades.
Wow, that would create some action. Eight of spades makes it.
You gotta feel like you're really good right now. If he checks it here, he's not telling a story that he has an overpair. Yeah.
Ah. And get saved on the river.
Yeah. Don't do it, Tyler. See, I'm not sure why you're betting there.
Yeah.
It's not for value. You're not going to get the jack to fold. Maybe
No.
the guy has an 8, but he raised pre-flop.
Yeah, the only thing it's going to call you is something that can beat you
Yeah.
every time.
So now Jacob moves up into second place.
The only play that might seem halfway logical is a check raise. Check it to him, let him bet it, and come over the top and see if he. But even then, you're still just giving more chips away.
Oh,
That's such
Alex is all in.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Terry is not. Oh, look at this. Good grief.
I think Moses is going to come along this time.
I went along with him last time with ace queen. Now the hands reversed. Ace queen versus Moses has a pair.
Like we said earlier, they were in the same spot earlier. Ace queen versus fours.
Pocket fours. Moses
Moses
laid
had
down the
pocket
fours.
and laid
It
them
was
down.
ace king versus fours, yeah.
It's a lot easier to lay down pocket fours than pocket tens, though.
Yeah, but you know it's the same percentage though against
It's-
ace king.
Yeah, same
Fours
exact.
and tens is exactly. Hello. Hey,
Here we go.
I'm getting ready to go home. I'm getting ready to go home. I'm on live stream right now, talking about poker.
And the Tens
Okay.
win. Alex is out.
Valiant effort, but you know Alex turned a flush draw too.
Yeah. Yep.
Flush draw, straight draw.
And we're down to 5.
Oof.
And Terry has whittled his way into 5th with that short stack. Well played, Terry.
Do we go to 40 at 5 players?
So this is where I say, when you're gonna have someone 5-1 in chips. When you get to heads up, it's a coin flip.
Yep.
And right now, it's who gets the best hand to hold up, and when they get it, and when they can shove, and who can change the game. Because now that we're 5-handed, you know the variance of hands are stronger. The ranges should be stronger. Good thing no one tried anything silly there, because
Daryl was
Darryl would
waiting.
have got him.
Yeah, Daryl was waiting. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the second place, third place right now, one all in from being chip leader. You know, it's still a very close match.
Calcutta plays the top three.
Huh?
The Calcutta plays top three.
Yes. When you got all 5 of them.
No, I just have one.
Oh. Where's he sitting?
See,
Him.
Nope.
Oh.
that's C2.
Oh, it is. I'm backwards on. Okay.
Yeah, my two favorite players I thought were going to do really well today was Mr. Darrell and Mr. Reagan. Did Darrell just race?
He did.
He did to 200K. Ready? Small blind against big blind. Little
Yeah.
blind on blind action there.
What's
I was just looking at the comments.
Someone says I should do this professionally.
No, it says
Thank y'all.
chat-69.xyz best adult dating site. We're getting advertisements scrolling across our chat now.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice, yeah.
We made the big leagues.
We made the big leagues.
I
Yeah.
just gotta let y'all know I'm married, but thank you.
Me too. I'm just saying we're getting, go on the, if you need a place to date, we've got a dating site that's advertising with us now. Daryl's attacking the blinds with that hand.
And that's the reputation. He sat there for what, 2 hours, didn't play much, and all of a sudden, bam.
Yep.
2 in a row.
Just like that, he's gonna pick up 240,000.
Maybe. Spades would be pretty horrendous.
Yeah.
8 Jack 10 of spades.
How about Queen 6, flop 2 pair? Oh no, just top pair.
Top pair.
Who's gonna let this one go?
Yeah.
And that's what we're saying about, is he more experienced? I don't know, but he raised, bam, he hit top pair, 4-handed, you gotta think. Top pair is good.
Yeah.
5-handed, excuse me.
Well, 4-handed and Terry. So.
I'm not saying nothing. He's won this tournament series,
Yeah, I know.
and he's at this final table.
Oh no, I can't say a word. They obviously know more than I did. I couldn't even bag yesterday. So Jacob knocked me out with that King Jack. He said he likes so much. He likes King Jack.
I was going to be a bit surprised if Darryl went 3 for 3
Yeah.
with 6-7 there.
Once you start getting to the 3 for 3 category, people start going, I don't think you're telling the truth anymore.
Yeah, at some point
Oh.
somebody questions you
This young man is,
playing with fire.
I think Moses just asked him how much chips he has.
And that's really a pretty good question to ask right there because it looks like you're posturing a little bit, in the small blind. Because Moses could have deuce 4 right here and ask the same question, and you'd think he was super strong.
So, I don't know if y'all heard the tag team. I raised 5,000. Coach made it 20,000. And Murray calls a timeout to get Reagan to look at this. He just had a big decision earlier and called the timeout with Reagan when there was a straight board and a flush out there.
You have the set of 9s.
And he had a set of 9s. So he calls another timeout. They deliberate for a while. Then Reagan sits in for Murray and calls I mean, I got 7-6 of diamonds. I'm calling, or 5-4 of diamonds. I know I'm gambling, but 3-1 on the money. It's a rebuy. Let's get it in. Flop comes 8-8-10. Coach goes all in. Reagan goes all in. I got 800 chips. I know I'm no longer good, right? But there's one diamond out there. Can come run around a diamond. Yeah. They call a timeout on aces,
Murray and them did.
which is a great play because it made Coach think
Yeah.
his jacks were good.
Oh, Coach and Roger called timeout on me. I'm on the button. I wait, go
Uh,
Jack to move it, and they called timeout with kings.
Yeah, I was there.
Really?
I mean,
I'm like, I've never been slow rolled with somebody that had kings in their hand
Yeah.
pre-flop.
so I don't know if we the last time I played with Clyde in the tag team, I finished third in the deep stack. So Clyde's been playing all day long, and we're at the final table 5-handed, and Clyde goes, "Come on, play the blinds. You got to qualify." So all right. So I sit down. I'm tired. I've been playing all day anyways. So I'm so used to. Next thing you know, I'm on the button. What do? I go all in. I mean, I just got to beat the small blind and big blind, right? Yeah, Joe and Goldberg had to call a timeout with kings as well. I remember that. Never looked at my hand. Clyde's looking at me. He goes, "We good?" I'm like, "Oh, we're so good." Didn't even know what we had. We had 10-4.
Oh no!
We flopped a 10, and we were open-ended on the turn with the 4.
Oh my gosh!
So, I mean, we had a lot of outs. We probably would have got in there, but yeah, Kings held up. Clyde said he'll never be my partner again.
Yeah,
He wanted to win that one.
that's funny. And the funny thing is, the role could have been reversed. Clyde could have done the exact same
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, you know.
He was so pissed at me. I played so good to get us here. We finished 5th, Clyde.
Yeah, that was Goldberg and Joseph went on to win that tournament. I
Yep.
recall.
I didn't realize how many chips they had and how many chips we had. I think we were in the top 3 in chips and just dunked it off one hand.
Remember that big trip we all went to Houston to play at Prime? You know,
Yeah.
that first big one they had. Clyde sent me down there, and I was his horse. And I had a horrible weekend. Like 4 days of just, I had pocket kings cracked 11 times in a row in 4 days. And everybody saw these, you know, when it happened. And we're sitting in the airport that Monday morning. Clyde bossed me. He goes, "Young man." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "I think I might put you back in the stable for a minute."
So I was the one that bagged on that Thursday or Friday, the first day. So the next day, I rebagged. I replayed to try to bag, busted, and started eating and drinking. And Clyde goes, "What are you doing? You're not trying again?" I said, "Nope." He goes, "Why not?" I said, "I've been drinking, Clyde." He goes, "I'll put you up. Let's go." And that was a tournament. I think it was 1.4 million chips out. I had half the chips
Wow.
with 4 to go for the bubble, and I never made it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
It was literally
Ugh.
too much tequila.
Yeah.
How much was the raise? Thank you.
But I learned something there, and that's aggression does play well.
Yes, it does.
See, because there's no way Moses can think he's got the best hand. Person that has the aggression.
Yep.
And literally, Moses has them dominated.
But a bet wins it.
This is where I get sticky. Because I just remember, it's hard to make a pair.
Yep.
But It's not this call that's going to hurt. It's the next two. Because now if you call, you're going to have to fire.
And he gave up on the hand, so. Oh, wow.
Miracle. Miracle. That's the same thing that happened with the Jack on the River earlier.
Yep. The river has been very kind to certain folks today.
It's easy for the. I mean, I would think it would be easy for a fold here. What's the bet? 400,000.
Half pot. Just under. Yeah, the river just laughed at me today.
Didn't me last week. The whole week has been laughing at me.
Roger and Coach flop a set of kings, and just for fun, the river puts a jack on the river, so I have a set of jacks. Yeah, just laughing at me this week.
I think Moses can fold this.
I think so.
Yeah. Right when I say that, Moses throws out.
Chris and I were talking about earlier. Every time you make that prediction, they make a liar out of you, and no matter what, it doesn't matter if it's you're totally right or totally wrong. They make a liar out of you on the screen. It's crazy.
Well, it's got to be Jacob and Moses tied pretty close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's those two, then Daryl, then Tyler, then Terry. I think's the order. Daryl has 2.2. 5-handed with an ace, gonna raise in the cutoff. And Daryl takes it down.
Oof.
It's not often you get a walkout here, is it?
Not 5-hander. And not when the blinds are so steep.
I don't know if we've even seen one, have we?
That's the first one tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, 350K. Yeah, I mean, Tyler's going to have to. Let's see. He's small blind. He's got 3 hands.
Yeah.
3 hands before he goes. He's got to go. I guess he.
He's facing a race. Kind of where he's at. Terry might go here because Terry's got 330K.
Oh, this is when Terry goes.
Yeah, I think he has to. And Moses wakes up with an ace. Every time somebody goes, Moses notches them. Oh, he lays it down.
There you go.
Yep.
Short stacks, you gotta. That is what it is.
Daryl get out of the way pretty easy, I think. That's a pretty significant chunk of Daryl's stack. But Daryl knows he's live, I think, at this point. Does he feel like gambling?
I don't think he
I
makes
don't
this
think
call. I think if Tyler just calls the at 3:30, he's calling.
Yep. Coin toss. Just flipping pennies right here.
Either Terry's gone or Terry's switching positions with Tyler.
And Daryl would have won.
Oh, no, he wouldn't
No, he
have.
wouldn't have. He loses, yeah. Just a nut flush. And Terry's been eliminated in 5th.
Good fold, Daryl. 1 until the money.
Yeah. I think the next jump's 4,600. Is what 4th pays.
Lines just went up to 50, 100,000, and 50 for the ante.
5150.
Yep.
Whew, 200,000 a lap. And they're 4-handed.
I'm glad Daryl didn't have ace king there. I would have lost some chips. This is the best way to watch it, huh?
I'm
It
saying,
is.
Shit, yeah.
It really is.
I'd say I'll be here next weekend, but hopefully I'm sitting there.
Hopefully
at
you're
the
sitting
table.
out there.
Yeah.
I won't be here next weekend, but hopefully you're sitting there and I can watch you while you're there.
Sounds like a plan. There's only two events I want to win more than any.
You know, the same one I want to win more than any.
Well, I came out second in Maine to Billy last year when I had a 5-1 chip lead.
Oh, in the main.
Yeah, I want to win that one. I want to win Big O.
That's the.
They didn't give me the Big O this past mini series, which I was kind of.
I was disappointed. I was too.
Well, they gave it to Vac, which I had the chip lead.
Yeah.
And, you know, Vac goes, hey, man, I'm with the trophy. I'll give y'all each $500 more. I said, look, we chop it up evenly. That means we all got second place money. We make Clyde the champ.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was late. And then I find out that they gave Vac the title, which I'm pretty certain he was third in chips.
Right.
I was first in chips, and not by much. Heath was second in chips, and Vac was third. And so all of a sudden he jumped up to first. It was weird.
So he got the trophy, or did Clyde get the trophy?
No, he wanted the trophy. I wanted just a picture because I had a T-shirt made in honor
Yeah.
of Clyde. And I told him and that's the reason why I'm playing is to get a picture for Clyde.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Reagan and I went heads up a few times in that one, and he's beat me both times. You gotta go, gotta go.
Gotta go.
That's what I'm saying. When you get to this level and these big blinds, I mean, it's just automatic. I mean, you got a call, you have a pair.
Yeah.
But it's still 1,000,000 chips. That's a big number.
It is.
It's a big one.
Almost half your stack. 40% of it anyway. 38% ish.
yourself.
And he folded.
I don't know. You fold that hand, Chris?
No. No, with his stack, no. You know, you've heard me say it since we've known each other. I'll take pocket deuces and go against ace king. I've said it already now. $100 a hand for 100 hands. You've got a made hand. Ace queen has to catch you.
Is Daryl in fourth place now?
I believe so.
Again, you see that aggression pays off. So it's 2.4. What does Moses have?
Let me throw that up. Not that one. That one.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's just one hand away from swapping from first to last. You know? So. What a run, though, Tyler made. Coming back from that big.
Yeah. What was he down to? 220? Did it knock Tyler all the way down to 220,000?
Jacob gets another walk. I'm a little surprised that Moses laid down the ace-6 there on the button. Four-handed.
It's.
Moses has the luxury of being able to wait for premiums right now.
So that's so I was talking to somebody about that, and they said, you know, another thing you can do when you have a big chip lead is put maximum pain.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Look at this.
But you know, when you
That's
get
gonna be a
pocket
raise.
queens, it's it's perfect. You
That's why you're
already-
not the best color man in the game for anything there, Chris. My little major league quote. That's why he's not the best color man in the game, folks.
225.
Now Tyler wakes up with kings.
Oh, I tell you right now, that's the hand I went out with. 7-4 suited. Glidester.
Oh.
I also had 6 big blinds, so I guess I could have waited.
Yeah, Clyde's favorite hand.
Yep. Yeah, it's been one heck of a week of poker. And next week is going to be all the fun ones, round of each, right?
Yeah.
And you got Big O, and you got the high roller, and then the main.
And the main. You know what's funny to me is the one that I always want to win. To me, the most prestigious is the Big O versus the high roller. I'm like you. I want the Big O or the main. The high roller is just for guys that got deeper pockets. That's all it is. You know. So you have fewer players typically in the high roller.
But I think I like the high roller simply for the fact that you don't have a lot of. I mean, it's a standard tournament.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of tournament players play it,
Mm-hmm.
so you're not going to have. I don't know.
But you beat out 35 players with 20 rebuys in there, so you beat out 56 players versus say the main where you beat out 200 players or 250 or 300 or whatever gets in the main. I mean,
There's
It's
not
such-
many rebuys in the high roller.
it's just such a different grind.
Yeah, it is. It's a one night grind.
Yeah, and it's so hard to put 2 days together.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, little blind on blind action brewing.
If this doesn't get all in, I don't know what will.
25% of your stack. So if you're gonna call it, you might as well ship it. Yeah, there you go.
Max pressure.
Yeah, and he's got enough chip that it's a stinger. It's a stinger.
Yep. Yeah, he's got enough to. Guarantee you, there's one person sitting there. Daryl's going, call him, call him, because that evens the playing field all the way across the board.
Either way, Daryl's happy.
Yeah, call him. Because yeah, even if Moses calls and you lose one, if Tyler wins, it evens the chip counts across the board, and it's a whole new ball game.
I mean, what does he have? He has 10 big blinds. It's a 1,500. Yeah. And Tyler's got 1.3.
Yeah.
So he's raising it now.
He would actually. Wow, he would go to 2.6. Moses would go to. Wow. 1.9.
Moses makes the call.
Here we go. Got to win your races. Oh no, I guess because I forgot the 300,000 was already there.
Oh,
Ooh, picked up a
Ace,
few more
King,
outs.
Jack. Ace,
Ooh.
King, Jack, 8.
Yeah.
Run good.
Sevens hold up. And it's a whole new ball game, folks. I think Tyler just took the chip lead.
Not quite enough.
Did he
Maybe.
not? 2.7?
Might be.
Or Jacob. We forgot about Jacob over there.
Oh no, Jacob was low stack, I think.
No, Jacob was in second.
Yeah.
Jacob was
up
in
there
second.
pretty
Yeah, Tyler was low stack at the 1.3 million.
It's right now. It's all even.
It's all even 4 ways.
good. Yeah,
Wow,
there you go.
look at that. Wow.
I'm impressed with Tyler's play.
I am too.
He's pushing it at the right times. He gets the hand. He's like, okay, let's go for it all.
And he'd have a massive stack right now if it wasn't for those queens.
Oh, yeah, he would be easy favorite to win this thing. But if he comes back and wins it, it's gonna be just as sweet.
Yep.
Actually, a little sweeter.
Yeah. Because he had to grind his way back. Nobody ever said it was easy.
Now this is where I like to see is when you lose that big hand. Tyler responded really well with it. He didn't get pissed off like some people, like I slapped the tables or anything. I mean, he was calm and collective. Let's see how Moses handles it. I think Moses is going to do fine.
I think he will too. He's still got over 2 million in chips. I mean, it's.
Now, here's where the game changes. Everybody's got the same amount of chips. No one's raising pretty much, huh? We'll do this for about a half an hour. Just like that, Jacob says, you know what? I sense weakness. Let's raise.
And this is where we get to see Moses. Is he steaming? Or was he going out? I mean, I don't know. We'll see if he makes the call here. I think that might be a little bit of a steam call. I really do. Moses hadn't played 9-8 all night since we've been sitting here. So just a little out of character for him. But in position, maybe.
Not a good flop for Moses. Jacob. Yeah. Could always send up a little rub, Jacob. A little check here. See what happens. Well, I think this is the first time Moses is on the bottom of the ring
Yeah.
since he won with those jacks. No, it's Daryl.
Oh, that's pre-flop raises.
Oh,
Yeah. You can imagine Daryl would have the lowest.
see ya. It's one of my big blind.
Jacob's not going anywhere now.
No, he's getting cold.
And Daryl's done betting. Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Did he raise?
He did check raised him. Well played. And Daryl's kicking himself going, why'd I bet that? Why'd I bet that?
Well, he was ahead. That's why he bet it. 8 high is better than 4 high.
I understand. But when you got 8 high, you know very well that board you can't handle a check raise. Daryl knew that. Guarantee you Daryl will tell you that.
Okay.
He said I shouldn't have bet that.
And if the guy's got 4 deuce of hearts, he's folding to Daryl's 8
I
high.
agree. And aggression does pay, but you know what I'm saying there.
It just so happened that Jacob had the diamond draw.
Correct. Daryl moves all in.
Oh my gosh. I'm not sure I would have thought that. Now let's see if he laid down 5s early for 1.7 million.
He's sticky.
Well, Jake, remember he laid down, I mean, less than $1 million.
Yeah, I know.
This is 1.9 million.
And it is 100% 50-50 coin toss right here. Wow. 100% 50-50. That's crazy. 100% 50.
And he makes the call.
Does the math work out, Chris? You're the math
I
guy.
think so.
It's crazy. No.
Yahtzee.
Keep it Gucci. Keep it Gucci.
Yahtzee.
And just like that, now Daryl's the chip leader, and
By a lot.
yeah.
I think Daryl just became the favorite to take it down.
Yes.
But again, there's still a lot of cards to come.
Well, any double up by anybody through Daryl, and they're the chip leader.
Wow. Daryl and Tyler 1 and 2 right now. I'm gonna say I like the way Tyler's playing.
Yeah, I do too.
I think you've got some of that new school game of poker, and then a lot of that old school about patience. But I was kind of crazy just seeing Daryl shipping it with Queen 10. And he took fake cards faces to make Broadway. Not a big fan of ace deuce.
No. On the button. Full pressure on the blinds.
Should go through.
And this is where Daryl gets pretty good.
Yeah, chip leader
Daryl knows how to apply the pressure.
has the
correctly.
most. He's got the most experience on the table
Yeah.
in tournaments. I mean,
Yeah. And Daryl's not ever going to put himself in a bad spot. He may get outdrawn and he may be behind me, but it's not going to be catastrophic. Ever.
All right. Well, let's see what goes here.
He'll raise. Yep, he's starting to turn up the heat. And he picks up 400,000 just like that.
Can you stop for just a moment?
Tell her she can keep shuffling. She stopped.
You can go. You can go ahead and shuffle, but I need to. I'm having some technical difficulties. I need to get caught up real quick.
So I don't know if y'all heard Chris
You can go ahead
told Evie Vaughn
can go
to
ahead
stop
and
for a
shuffle.
minute.
But
But she
don't
just
deal the next
stopped
hand.
either. Or stop shuffling.
Do you have a radio for the front?
What do you mean, Chris?
I was gonna see if I could pause the clock for a minute.
I'll go tell him. You want me to tell him?
I'm working on it.
Be right back, folks.
This you?
Yes.
Okay, we're back, folks.
This is-
there was a slight delay. Our control pad froze up for a minute, and then they were discussing chop outs, an ICM chop, and that was declined. So we're back into action.
And recalculation, Daryl does not have 4 million in chips. He's got 2.8. He is the chip leader at 2.8, but they're roughly neck and neck. It's basically one flip away from.
Yeah, it was a little closer than we had
Yeah.
originally.
It's a million chips separating first from fourths right now. So
Yeah. So yeah.
And I was talking to Tyler during the break. This is like only his third or fourth tournament. Second one he's cashed in. I mean, I gotta tell you, is that you?
What?
wouldn't me.
Somebody.
I promise I'll own anything that happens.
Okay.
100%.
Oh, big hands here, Jacob.
Daryl moved all in.
Big hand. But yeah, I mean, he's going against some of the people that play a lot of tournaments. Jacob's played a lot of tournaments. Daryl's played a whole bunch of tournaments. Moses has played a lot recently. I mean, the young kid's holding himself well.
He is.
I just want to say for the record, I did beat him the other day. So
Who, Daryl?
no, Tyler.
Oh.
Look, Chris, you know the truth. We play long enough. Everybody out there is beating you, and you've beaten everybody. I mean, we play the same.
Thank you
circle.
for finishing that sentence. Everybody out there is beating you. I'm like, I know. I'm sitting right here. That's why I'm commenting.
But you've beaten them all too. I mean,
I have.
it goes. Some of us a little bit luckier than others during tournaments, and we run good, and
Do you and honestly, not the trash talking side, but do you find, like, for me, if my tournaments are running really well, my cash game's horrible. If my cash game's running really well, my tournaments are horrible. It's almost like it's like in golf. You can't put two good rounds together. I tend to have to try to work through those when I have those. If I'm playing great tournaments, I'm hard to beat. But I can't win anything in cash. If I'm playing great
hold
cash,
on.
Yeah.
I think Moses should have raised here.
Yep.
Daryl's stone cold bluffing.
And
Rizzo
Daryl
and
wins.
pair.
I mean, Moses with the flush draw and the inside straight draws.
And misses it all.
And misses it all. And Moses cannot call here. I would love to see a raise by Moses just because that would take some heart to put it in. But
Yeah.
no, you can't. Because Daryl might actually have a 9 or a queen, so because all you
sometimes you think you're bluffing, but you're bluffing with the best hand.
and then sometimes like I did in the live stream once upon a time, I bluffed the one person on the planet you should never bluff when she had the nuts. You were sitting at that table that night.
Sitting right across you.
Yeah, and you saw the look on my face when it was like,
Did you see the look on my face? What are you doing?
Yeah, you were laughing at me.
I was not. I'm like, dude, seriously?
Yeah, dude.
You got people that they're calling stations, and you're trying to bluff one.
Yeah, with nothing, and she had flopped the nuts. It was so bad that she had to look at her hand again to see if she had missed something. That's how bad the bluff was. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you're right, and then sometimes you're me. So.
You did. You had heart, kid. You had heart. You fired on every street.
Yeah. And Clyde just looked at me too, shaking his head, going, "Really?"
Yeah. So sometimes you think, man, if I would have fired on the third bullet, on the river, where they have full. Not if they have the nuts.
And what I found too is a lot of times in cash games, it's gotten better over the years. But when I first started, that first buy-in in a cash game was almost like when you get into a fight as a kid. You gotta let them graze you.
Oh. Moses got a big hand. That's my favorite hand.
6'4".
6'4". One of my favorite hands. 6'4" and 6'8". In a cash game. I'm not about a tournament. Tournaments has been playing a lot of 7-4.
I say I'd like to see a raise from Moses if you're gonna play it in a tournament,
Yeah.
versus just a smooth. But I understand. I mean, he's only got to call 50. He's already got 50 in it. They're suited. I like the pressure that Tyler's applied right here.
That's one thing he's been doing. He has been putting pressure. I mean, and You know, like the standard play is 10 big blinds. He's got somewhere, I think, at one point, like 15 blinds that he's just barreling in there at 15, which is a million chips, and that's a big hit.
Well, and all four of these guys are playing really well. They are. It just, Moses needs to find a way to stop some of the leakage, because I know he's a little shell shocked from that one hand. I mean, everybody, it can't help but shock you a little.
That's why, and I'm not going to keep blowing him up, but that's why I'm impressed with Tyler.
Yep.
Tyler did not let the queens affect him.
Right.
He had queens.
And I'm not saying necessarily that it affected Moses at all. I'm just saying that you get that feeling inside your body. It's like,
oh yeah,
no. It's just
I've been having that feeling all week long. I got aces, and I got three-way action. I know I'm gonna lose somehow.
Exactly.
Man, you know what is coming.
And if Moses, and my thing is, if Moses can find a way to get through that, he's got a good chance of winning this thing. He's been the chip leader a couple times. I mean,
yeah, because there's a big pay jump between fourth and first.
Yes.
So, yes. And literally Moses is one double up away from being back in the top.
He is. So you go from 4,700 to 11,000. That's pretty significant pay jump.
It is. But I would think that if the next person gets knocked out, they'll have a rediscussion.
I think so too.
A lot of people told me last time for the main. I told Billy right before we went heads up, 16-5 apiece, and we play for $1,000 as long as he swore he'd play normal pork, not just shove it in. And Billy goes, "You would do that?" I went, "Yeah, Billy." I mean, literally, our two hands were King 10, I think I had, and he had Jack 9. You never know. This is going to be it for young Jacob. Daryl's going to make a stand again.
Yep.
Oh, a little trappy trap.
Good play.
Oh man, if that flop would have been 7-7 ace. Trap City.
And, they're right, because chops do tend to change how people play it out.
Well, I mean, just like in that case, though, sometimes we're all friends here. Billy and I consider Billy a good friend of mine, and we chopped it and played for the 1,000. I will say this though, Chris. In the 4 all-ins, I was ahead every time. He happened to win all 4. So those are the things.
Yeah.
He went from having 1.2 million, to next thing you know, having close to 3 million. Had me covered. He had ace high. I had pocket 4s. We went all in, and he spiked an ace.
Well, and for me, my personal philosophy, whatever you want to call it, belief. I don't care if I'm up 10-1 at a table or down 10-1. If somebody wants to chop, I always will. And the reason I always will, and now I wouldn't do that at the WSOP, WPT, things like that, but here, because you never know when that person sitting across the table from you needs that chop.
That's right.
You never know when they're going to need that, and so we're all friends. We're all family when it's all said and done. We talk a lot of trash, but and I've always found too, the one person that says I'm not chopping, they're the first one out. And it's not like anybody picks on them.
Well, this is a big flop for Moses.
Big flop for Moses.
It is a big flop.
A pair and open-ended. King
and
on a
we ever
river.
Put a king there? Nope. But
Nope.
he got there.
Oh, he was there the whole way.
Yeah. Yeah, he flopped the best hand, but I'm saying he got there. Blind on blind action got there. And unfortunately, I mean, you're never getting called here, But in that there was a big O that it was me and you and Daryl and Nick Popello from Arizona. We were talking about chop and playing for the difference, and he didn't want to do that. And he explained it later. He said because it changes the way people play
Yeah.
the game. And then once we got up to where the chop was bigger than second place money, I'm like, guys.
Yeah, that was right after I got knocked out with your winky little hand and Daryl's winky little hand.
With our what?
Y'all had some, just the hands that beat my hands. Ace, deuce, tray, 5. I still remember the hand.
That's what I had?
No, that's what I had. You had nowhere near that hand.
Did I have an ace in my hand?
You had an ace and your low card was a 4.
And it won?
Yeah.
Well, to quote Jack Keane, the natural, you got to know when to get them in and when to get them out.
Yeah. You just didn't have any chips. I doubled you up, and then the next hand I doubled Daryl up.
I remember that, yeah.
Oh, man. And I had the same hand back to back.
And what's crazy is Daryl and I get heads up. I've got Daryl 4 or 5 to 1 in chips. And like you're saying with that hand with Billy, 4 hands in a row. The last hand, I flopped Jack's full. He wakes up with quad 7s. And I've got nothing for, I've got low. But
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Pair of 6s.
I would like to see 6s, 7s, and 8s.
Let's see.
We
What
need
did
some
you
action.
call?
Need some action. Come on. Nope, that
Nope.
ain't doing it.
That ain't gonna make it.
Nope,
Nope.
that ain't gonna make it. Don't do anything silly. There you go.
Is this delayed at all, or is this live?
It's delayed. Hey, just turn this off. You got one, yeah. Well, it's not delayed in here for us, but it's delayed to our viewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much is it delayed?
15
15 minutes?
15 minutes?
Yeah.
So where does Jacob come from? Anybody know?
He's played around here for a while. I've played with him a few times here, I thought.
Who?
Oh,
C2.
Jacob comes from, I'm thinking Tyler. Jacob comes from San Angelo. He's out of the
okay.
San Angelo club. I was thinking of Tyler. We might have a little blind on blind action here, maybe. Four-handed and ace is pretty big.
Yeah. Looks like a raise.
Nope.
Come on, Moses.
Up again.
Yeah. What's crazy is every single hand, somebody's stack increases in almost 10% or more, with the exception of Daryl, the 3 bottoms. 10% or more. Every 3 hands, if you pick up the blinds. And the blinds just went up. We're at 240 now. You're picking up $250,000 every lap. Or losing $250,000 every lap.
Chips.
Chips.
250,000 chips.
Chips, yeah. Yeah, we hadn't had quite that big a cash game yet at
Yeah.
Kojak's. Not that we couldn't, it's just our members aren't mad at money like that. Uh-oh.
So let's see.
nothing.
So does Jacob make the call here, hoping that Daryl will come over the top of him again?
No, he raises. Is this posturing, or is Daryl really thinking about making a move?
You know, I don't think Daryl's gonna make a move. I think Daryl may.
Or is he just reading him? Look at Daryl, he's just reading him the whole time.
I don't think he's gonna go all in.
I mean, obviously Daryl knows he's behind.
Yeah. But you can't let the small blind put pressure on you all the time, and
No, he's done a pretty good job of defending his big blind.
yeah.
You know.
Well, the last 2 rounds, Jacob has just smooth called the blind.
Yeah.
One time Daryl raised, and the other time he didn't.
Yeah, and Daryl tried trapping with the A7
Yeah.
to the 10-7.
And so Daryl may have been thinking that he was just trying to
Yeah.
play a little different or whatever. And
We need to get your daughter back in here. She would get this game busted in about 5 minutes.
Yes, she would. She's in your world, part of the world this
Sure.
weekend. She's in New Orleans.
Oh. All right. Let's see what happens here. Small blind raises with king high. Everybody's picking on their big blind brother, huh?
Yeah, they are. We just need the big blind to wake up with something.
Moses is down basically, I think, 10 big blinds. It's about time for him to ship it. 4?
Oh, no. Big blinds. I'm thinking laps. I always put it in laps. Yeah. Yeah, 10 big blind, 4 laps. A little over 4 laps, but yeah. Seven would be kind of ugly.
Yeah. 7 and 2 clubs would be really ugly. Yeah. What a play.
Should get through. Yep.
What a play.
So now, blind's on blind again.
Yeah.
That's the fourth walk for Jacob.
Tyler's not putting the pressure on as a small blind, big blind, like Jacob was doing to Daryl and what Daryl's doing to
Moses.
Moses is not even really doing it to Tyler because, I mean, at the end of the day, you look at where they stand in chips. But I mean, at the end, my philosophy changed a lot in poker. Where I mean, like, even if I'm Moses, I'd be sitting here. Well, I'm one double up from being right in the mix,
Right in it.
right
And
in
he's
it,
fixing
which
to
is
race.
the one it is.
And this could be it.
Right when we say it, here we go.
Yep.
Should have been the hand I would have went all in with earlier. All right.
Moved all in. Just like that, your stack grows by over 10%.
Yeah, he went from I think 10 of blinds to 12 now.
Yeah. Remember the very first live stream I did for the first series we did? I was in the cage by myself, and I remember doing that live stream versus now. It's so much better now than it was back then. And I don't know if you guys have just ever sat back here and called one by yourself. It's horrible to call one by yourself.
But the only person that could do it could be you.
I'm pretty happy by myself most of the time.
Moses is saying, "Why can't I have Queen Jack of Hearts this time?" Hmm.
Yeah, I think Moses knows he's good here. You would think.
Yeah.
Definitely good now.
I don't see this call.
No. If that had been the 10 of clubs and 8 of clubs, maybe. Darryl falls down to second place.
Yeah. But again, it's just been big blind, small blind action.
Yep. You're right. We need the crusher in here. She would liven things up a bit.
I say this match runs for no more than 25 minutes. By 8 o'clock, it's over.
Raisable hand, four-handed. King 9 of clubs. And he does just that. Uh-oh.
There go two of Jacob's clubs. There's a third one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Slight edge on Daryl.
Slight edge. Coin toss.
Coin toss.
Not anymore.
Gone.
King 5 would have been amazing. Not that I wish any ill will on Jacob at all. It would have just been a fun hand to watch.
Yeah. Jacob's first act. I like to lead out here. Five.
That would be amazing. Oh,
Yeah, Daryl's done now.
well, yeah, Daryl's done. That kills any action. I mean,
the,
Daryl knows
the only way he does anything else is if the 5 comes on the river.
6
he's
high
not
beats
gonna see
him.
it.
Yeah, 6 high beats him right now. You know.
Could be a great card for Daryl.
Yeah, so the Crusher went with my 2 sisters and niece to New Orleans, and they went to some ghost beer crawl. I don't know, something where you go see haunted houses in New Orleans and drink the whole time. And they went on some fan boat where they went and looked at gators in the swamp, and looks like they've had a pretty good time.
It's called an airboat.
Whatever, big old fan on the back.
Yeah, it's called an airboat.
Well, I know that. I just couldn't think of the name of it. I went blank for a minute.
All right.
It happens. I'm
Small boat.
51. It's happening. It happens.
It's a
I get that old timers every once in a while.
fan boat.
Yeah, a fan boat. One of them big fan boats. Yeah.
Okay.
Slot race. Moved all in on him. Uh-oh. No. No way he calls it, yeah. And Moses is right at the 2 million mark now.
Yep. But if you notice, we're starting to get those big cards now again.
We are.
Oh, I was talking to Lance. He said, you were jonesing to call those 8-10, 8-10, 9-7 suited hands. He goes, oh, I wanted to so bad.
We could tell.
That's what I told him.
Yeah, we could tell. And that 110-8, he would have won it.
Yeah, that 110-8, he would have. Yeah, that's the one Alex hit a 3.
Yeah. Here we go, blind on blind. My favorite hand. Daryl's got it. 6-3. Never see it coming. It's not my favorite hand. Ooh.
3 is going to be brutal.
3 would be real brutal.
It's tough to make a pair. I think Daryl's going to call.
The 6 would be a fun card.
Yeah.
Yahtzee. Bingo.
You just said a 6 would be a fun card.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought a 3 would have been a really fun card.
It would have got rid of Daryl.
It would have. This may get rid of Jacob.
It might double Daryl up.
You got a little value here.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Overbet it. Overbet it.
400 or 500. 500.
It's like 500.
Yeah. He called.
He was setting the trap. Daryl just got out of it.
Yeah. Not only does he play pretty well, he draws pretty lucky every once in a while too.
Jared just took a pretty good lead. There.
Pretty good lead. Yeah.
I like the overbet. I really do.
The over?
The $500,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jacobs is still smashing chips right now. He knew he had that one.
I think he knows he probably should have bet on the turn.
Ah, no, I thought it was well played. I thought the check there was good because, and then the check on the river is going to make Daryl bet anything, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Oh, Tyler wakes up with something.
I thought Jake he just got unlucky. Got unlucky.
Yeah.
Played it well.
Yeah.
He would have got paid regardless.
Don't know if it is, but it looks like it steamed him up a little bit. No, it didn't. Okay.
But if it steamed him up a little, it didn't steam him up enough to play Jack 8 suited.
Okay.
What got us a hand?
2 clubs would be a lot of fun here.
2 clubs would be.
2 clubs.
There's not 2
Wow.
clubs.
But those pocket aces are. Those 2 aces on the flop is.
Don't.
Check.
Oh,
There's
ah.
the second club.
This is gonna be fireworks. Should be.
Should be.
No, it'd be brutal. A queen on the river. Queen or a club. Great
from it.
fold.
Yeah, good fold.
Wish we had a rabbit cam.
No kidding. We need a rabbit cam.
I don't know why Tyler bet. His hand was so big he could have checked. Oh my gosh! Trip aces and
nut
nut
club draw.
club draw. What are you afraid of? Check it there.
Yeah.
Check it there, and then get it all in.
Give Moses a chance to lie about his hand.
Yeah.
Which actually, what Moses wouldn't have been lying. He had a flush draw.
Yeah.
Second nut flush draw.
$300,000.
Mm.
We're gonna call 3.
That's gonna be a lot of pressure if he puts it all in.
Yeah.
So just like that, Daryl's up $500,000 since the break.
Yep.
But one double up for Moses, he's gonna be right on top.
He is.
You know,
If he doubles up through Daryl, he's a chip leader.
that is yep. Oh, now you gotta fight a little bit.
Yep. Got another walk.
Yeah, Jacob's getting a lot of walks.
Moses and Daryl are not getting a lot of walks.
No. But I
Well,
mean
like-
that's gonna come in time. More tournaments he
That's
plays.
what I was gonna say. That's
more
comes from
understanding.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raise. Ace queen. Raise. Might be an all-in moment.
It is.
Yeah. I hate when the screen does that because you almost think Daryl called. You're fixing to see them. Are they on break?
They are on break. Got 10 minutes, and they will be back.
So we'll be back in 10 minutes, folks. We're live.
All right.
And we're back, folks. Break's over.
I said I thought this game was going to be over by 8.
13 minutes.
13 minutes.
I'm going to take the over.
You're going to take the over?
Yep. For a
What are you
Starbucks
taking?
coffee.
I think over is probably a good bet at this point.
13 minutes.
You want a Starbucks or iced
You know
tea?
what? Let's you know what? Let's make it crazy. Let's make it crazy.
Okay.
Let's go 10 after 8.
10 after 8
Yeah, since we had that 10 minutes of
of break?
a break, you know.
Okay, I'll take the over still.
So 10. So anything after 8:10, yeah, I'll eat Starbucks.
Okay.
All right.
Anything under 10 after 8? Yeah.
You or me?
Yeah.
Wakes up with
I
a
need y'all to
big
berate.
hand.
Let me get on the headset real fast. I need y'all
How
to
much is the bet?
miss deal for the next 20 minutes. What's funny is I don't even drink Starbucks, so you can just donate it to one of the.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just say, this is going to be.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You may be correct, sir.
yeah.
I might be buying Starbucks.
Hmm.
Well,
Well,
Daryl's out.
that's not the one he wanted to hit, so don't do anything crazy here, Moses. I'd see a flop.
I think he just. No, he just called. Okay.
I'd see a flop.
What did Jacob have? Did it show?
He's got kings.
No, that's Tyler.
Oh, 7-4.
Oh, okay. Oh!
Wow.
Oh!
Ooh. Middle pair with an inside straight draw for Moses.
Yeah. Check. Tyler needs to check this. No, he doesn't. There's diamonds out there. Moses is the only one that can call him, though. Daryl's not going to call that. No backdoor diamonds chasing a gut shot.
Yeah.
With action behind.
See, this is where, I mean, you got to run good. I mean, Daryl's in a good spot to get off this hand. He doesn't have anything. He's in the middle. I mean, it's a good spot for him. He's not happy with it, but he can fold it.
Moses has middle pair and gut shot, which he may not be able to get away from it. And Daryl might make a liar out of us.
Well, you know, one thing that Daryl's thinking is an ace good, which
Yeah.
it's not. So boom. Oh, all in, call. Backdoor diamonds and a gutter.
Oh, need the queen to stay alive. Set of kings takes her down.
And now,
We're down to 3, and there you might be right. There may be a whole new chop discussion.
no, Moses still has money. He had 2.8 to start the hand. Tyler had 1.6.
Is
Is
that
that
right?
right?
Yeah, I guess so. No,
Did that give Moses the whip?
I think it gave Moses the win, didn't it?
You know, Daryl's right now saying, "Who dodged a bullet there?"
Yeah. Can you imagine that flop become ace king? Ooh.
Hold on just a second. 3, 4.2, 4.3.
Again, I mean, think about where Tyler was about 3 hours ago,
Yeah.
losing to those queens.
Losing with his queens.
With the queens, yeah, the jacks.
Oh. There's a good time to wake up with aces. How much do you raise here?
You gotta do the same. Everything's
Yeah,
normal.
everything's
you gotta keep it
Everything's
Yeah,
normal.
somewhere in the 300,000 range.
Yeah, because we're losing 280 a lap now.
Yeah, I mean it's
I mean, going three, you might bump it up just a little, but I wouldn't go much higher.
yeah, you
I'm
got to
kinda the
just.
same way.
I think you
4X
got
it.
to decide it 3x, 4x.
Yeah.
You know,
And I actually read that I've said this several times, but you know,
Mike Moyer
hmm
said yesterday he didn't believe I had aces because I 3x'd it, and the hand before that where I had kings, I 3.5x'd it.
hmm
Well, I don't want to always open it the same way, and it's something I need to change. I need to always open it the same because he didn't put me on aces, so he raised, and then I re-raised him, and then he re-raised me all in with queens, and he goes, I didn't put you on aces. I'm like, well, that's the objective is not to let you know what the hand I have.
Right.
If
Well,
I just could dodge that darn queen on the river, it'd be, you know.
What I was going to say, what a lot of people don't understand is if you raise it more than 5x, let's say you just raise it to 6x, just 6x,
Mm-hmm.
your hand, those aces have to win 67% of the time to be profitable versus 2.5x, 17% of the time
Yeah.
to be profitable. And a lot of people don't understand that. And I made the same mistakes with jacks. I mean, good Lord, I put 50,000 in a $600 pot.
Oh, Moses
you know?
is gone, huh? Oh,
Yeah.
this is a bad spot for Tyler.
Yes, it is. Especially if an ace comes.
Wow,
Good
what a
one.
lay down.
Good lay down.
3-handed?
Three-handed.
Oh, I'm calling. Let me get. Oof. That's. Wow, he must know something. I mean. Wow.
Excuse me. Daryl.
This is getting in.
He'll just raise it 400,000.
350.
350? Yeah.
Well, looks like you're right.
Nope. 375. Nope.
450.
We'll figure it out eventually.
400,000. Ooh, this could get big.
All
Daryl
in
calls,
and a call. Oh,
and Jacob
he's-
is not happy.
Don't.
Daryl's got heart blockers.
Yeah.
Winner, winner.
And now we have 2. What time is it right now? Anybody? Anybody?
It ain't even 8 o'clock
I
yet.
got 5 to 8.
Wow.
And pretty evenly matched. 5.2 versus
Yeah, but
4.1.
you know, this is where.
This
we
is
s-
where the experience really starts to
Yeah,
come
so as we said earlier, you know, Tyler didn't put a lot of pressure on the big
in.
blind.
We don't control the job.
Um,
We don't control the clock.
you know, he was putting pressure. Daryl's going to put pressure on him every time. Yeah. They're going to even chop it.
Yeah, I think so. And then play for the trophy.
Yeah. See, normally what I like to do is say, okay, look, let's say first place is what, 11, second place is 8.
Yeah.
Let's chop it, but let's put 1,000 in the main for somebody to play for.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's 18,600. We each take home, let's see, leave 1,600 in there, and we chop up 17. what's going on with the clock?
I mean, they asked Brendan to pause the clock.
Well, I think however long the clock's paused, when you take that time off of that's the 10 after 8, it needs to go backwards.
No, need to add that back to it. Yeah, need a better. All right, man. I know I keep saying this over and over, but what a heck of a run out for Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now. You spike a jack on me, I'm on tilt. Next two hands, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm out of the tournament. What this young kid did, man, that was awesome. He held his composure, no big deal. Man, played it well. I just like to see him maybe put a little bit more pressure on the big blind. And, I mean, he's got a good game. He plays old poker, old style poker, not the I'm bluffing 24/7 poker.
No kidding.
I like it.
The metadata says I need to do this.
Oh, we got a smile from Darryl. Let's see, I spent 200, 500, 250 for the tag team, and 1,500. I guess I want that back. I like it.
Did we come to a decision on the chop? Okay, thank you. They're still talking.
Good. Tell me to talk for 11 minutes.
11 minutes.
It's on freeze, people. Clock's on freeze, and
Oh, tournament's still in front of us. It's not an official break.
the clock has stopped.
It's not an official break.
Clock has stopped.
I'll let you out for a small.
Not gonna happen. I was gonna let you out for dinner.
I'm hungry.
Let's see. Daryl's got the old calculator out.
Don't ever let a used car salesman pull a calculator out.
I'm telling you right now, I know Daryl's gonna put it to the best of his side, and somebody to tell Tyler, hey buddy, you're just $1 million down. It's not that big of a deal.
They got a pen and a calculator out. Daryl owns a car dealership, y'all don't know, but yeah, he's working a car deal now.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna take more.
Tyler's gonna walk out of here owing 18.9% interest when it's all said and done. For $299 a month at 18.9%.
So you got 4.1 million. I got 5 million. What are you? You got 5 million. I got 4.1. What are you gonna ask me for a chop?
I'll give you $100 difference.
$100 difference?
Yep, and we play
Okay.
for the trophy.
That's
Or we put it in the middle and play.
see to me. I mean, yeah.
Because the blinds are 280,000, and that's going back and forth fast.
That's right. I mean, Tyler's he's in the mix right now. I mean, I don't blame what Daryl's trying to do. Daryl's gonna make the most money as possible.
Sure.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If it was me and Billy, me and anybody, let's each take 9,000. Let's each take 8,000 and play for 6,050. 650.
Daryl's played this case. Huh?
And the trophy.
Yeah, 650 in the trophy.
Mhm.
And you know what? I mean, not even the 650 goes to the dealers. Man, if Tyler would have checked those set of kings,
Are they chopping it even?
fire. Yeah, they got to chop it even.
Okay. Are they playing for the trophy or two? Okay. All right. Thanks. So they're doing an ICM chop, but then Daryl's giving the other guy an extra 1,000 and taking the trophy.
Oh,
So it comes out to like 10,000 or 9,000, and Daryl gets the trophy.
Fuck it. So it's over.
all right. Well, it's over. Daryl looks like Daryl's gonna win it.
Yeah.
And I got the over after 8 o'clock, but Rudy weaseled his way into 10 after 8, so I guess I'll win my Starbucks.
It's actually before 8 o'clock. It's 8:03 with the clock stop.
So
Winner.
we will see y'all at the next live stream, which will be the main event. Y'all have a great one.
Enjoyed it.
Come out this week. We got plenty more going on in the series. Thank y'all.